Hello, welcome to Nursing 5200 Pathophysiology for Advanced Nursing. I'm Dr. Melinda Bogardus. I'm your faculty for this course, and I just wanted to create this video to orient you to the course and in particular to the first week, um, what is expected in the first week of the course. So hopefully you're somewhat familiar with the As You Learn management system from your courses last fall. This course has the main content in the center, and on the left-hand side has a list of all the content in the course so that you can click on a link to get to that section quickly. You can, and then in the right-hand side is my contact information and a few other things like a calendar and an email link. So briefly, the top portion of the course in the center has the announcement section, Ask the Instructor, the syllabus, and the calendar, among some other materials. There's also a link to your e-textbook in the top block of the course, and there's a link to group office hours Zoom link, which I'll discuss shortly. So once a week, I will send out an announcement. You can check that here in the course where it says announcements at the top. The announcement should also go to your email. The Ask the Instructor form is for you as the student to pose questions that you think will benefit the group. And then the course syllabus and the course calendar are, of course, important guides for you for the course. And I'll go through each of those in just a moment. So first we'll click into the right-hand side just to give my contact information. I do prefer to communicate via email. So my email address is listed, bogardusma@appstate.edu. But I'm also available by phone, 828-262-8087. And if I do not answer and you leave a voicemail, that will go to my email. And I will strive to answer voicemails and emails within 24 hours during the week and within 48 hours over the weekend or holidays. So I will go ahead and go into the syllabus and show you some things in here. My contact information is at the top of the syllabus, followed by the course description, course objectives, and the required texts. So one of the required texts is the American Psychological Association 7th edition that you will help guide you with APA formatting. And then the Applied Pathophysiology for Advanced Practice Nurse 2nd edition by Dluglash and Story. There will be articles included in As You Learn for you that you will be assigned to read as well. We have links in the syllabus for the library resources about the instructional methods in the course, information to the Writing Center, which I strongly recommend students use to help with developing assignments, developing the main paper in this course, and also working on writing. There is information and there are links to the academic affairs policies, for example, on the Academic Integrity Code, Disability Services, Attendance Policy, Statement on Student Engagement. There are also links and information about the Office of Disability Resources. Please make sure that you have access to the Master of Science in Nursing Student Handbook. I have a link in the syllabus also to the Student Code of Conduct page. Make sure to just review all those resources. In the syllabus, we also have information about the course grading. There's a course grading scale. Generally speaking, in the Master of Science of Nursing program, you should maintain an average 3.0 or B. In individual courses, you should at a minimum get a 77 or a C or higher in order to progress in the program. There's information in the syllabus on grading disputes and resolutions and how to handle those. And then we have a list of all the assignments in the course. So we have weekly quizzes that count for 15% of the grade, compare and contrast tables that count for 10% of the grade, voice thread discussions that count for 15% of the grade, article annotations that count for 15% of the grade, two different activities. One is called the Potato Project, and the other is a pediatric concussion module. And both of those together count for 10% of the grade. And then there is the main assignment in the course is a pathophysiology paper. And there's an optional final revision. So you turn in an initial submission, and then if you want to do a revision, you turn in a final submission. And together those are averaged and count towards 15% of the grade. And then there's a final exam during finals a week that counts for 20% of the grade. And then in the syllabus, there's an explanation of each of these assignments. So we have an explanation of the quizzes, the compare and contrast tables, voice thread discussions, the annotation assignments, the Potato Project, the concussion module, and finally the pathophysiology paper. And there are instructions and grading rubrics for each of these assignments except for the quizzes and the concussion module. Those are more straightforward, self-explanatory, but there are instructions and grading rubrics in the course for the assignments. In the syllabus, there's some additional information about course policies. I mentioned Ask the Faculty forum, and I will strive to respond to those questions in Ask the Faculty forum within 24 hours during the week and within 48 hours on weekends and holidays. I've also mentioned my office hours, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. Assignment due dates. Generally, assignments will be due by 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, the day they are due. And if you live in a different time zone, you should plan to submit in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. If assignments are late, I generally deduct 5% per day. Voice thread discussions are not accepted after the due date, the final due date, and exams are also not accepted after they close. For assignment submissions, please name your assignments with your first name underscore last name underscore assignment title, and please submit those as Word documents. You may consider using Google Documents as well, and that would actually be helpful to kind of track your writing over time. VoiceThread is a platform that we use in the course, and I'm not sure if you've been exposed to that before, but I'll give you some guidance the first time you have to do a VoiceThread discussion. And I already mentioned the announcements section. For your part, I said that I will be checking email every 24 hours during the week and every 48 hours on weekends and holidays. I expect the same from students. When you send an email, please do include Nursing 5200 in the subject line so that I know what it's regarding. And if you have any other details about it that you want to put in the subject line, please do so to facilitate my communication with you. Please review the core rules of netiquette by Googling netiquette, just in terms of how to interact with me and interact with your classmates virtually. There's a section in the syllabus on academic integrity. Please review that thoroughly, as well as going to the link on academic integrity policies at App State. Please review the section on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence really should not be used in this course other than to generate ideas, but it should not be used in any way for writing. And then we have a section at the very end of the syllabus on individuals with disabilities. Now we'll move on to the course calendar. Course calendar includes the week. So we have a total of 15 weeks, not including the final exam week, and includes the objectives for the week, the learning activities, the assignments, and then what's used for evaluation. So I will just go through what's in week one when we look back in the course. But use this course calendar to help you plan your work. You know what you need to do for the week. Generally, each week is going to start on Monday at 8 a.m. And then your final, whatever assignment might end up being due the following Monday will be due at 9 a.m., at 1 extra hour. And that's generally going to be the case. There are a few instances where there might be a change in the schedule, such as the second week of the course. Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Birthday observance holiday. So that week will start on Tuesday and end the following Tuesday. So to look at each week, you can go to the left-hand side of the learning management system and As You Learn and scroll down and find week one with the dates. And then in that weekly block, you'll see there is a link to week one objectives and assignments. Click into that link and read the objectives, analyze key concepts related to basic cell function and structure, compare and contrast genetics, epigenetics, and environment in disease development. Then there is a list of what you need to do during the week. So you're going to be viewing this welcome video, reviewing the syllabus and course schedule, reviewing the course objectives, and other resources, all of those in the top 2 blocks of the course. You're going to participate in an introduction forum, read textbook chapter 1, complete a quiz on that chapter, and then you're going to answer a poll where you indicate days and times of day you would like me to hold group office hours. Generally speaking, there will be learning resources in each week of the course. In this case, for week one, there are a couple of PowerPoint documents, one on cellular function, one on genetic and congenital disorders. There's oftentimes will be links to other information related to the topic for the week. And then there will be a section called assignments and activities where you'll see what you need to do, where you need to submit things that you are expected to do. So for example, the introduction forum, you simply click into the link that says introduction forum, and then you'll just introduce yourself by giving your name and where you live, where you work, previous clinical experiences, anything you want to say, fun fact about yourself. Next is a link to the group office hours meeting time vote. So we're looking to see if several students have availability on the same evening of the week for us to do group office hours over Zoom. And that's generally going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. So just vote on which of those days would be best for you. And then at the next thing you'll be doing is a cellular pathophysiology quiz that will open. That's open now and will close next Monday by 9 a.m. So to access the textbook, click on the Nursing 5200 heading in the left-hand pane. That will take you to the top of the course. And when you see the My Materials, click into the My Materials link and access the Applied Pathophysiology textbook. In the left-hand pane, locate chapter 1, cellular function, and that is what you will be reading this week. the introduction forum. Click on that and click on add discussion topic. And then you'll submit. Group office hours meeting. You will click on your choice, your preferred choice for meeting, either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on Zoom, and then click Save My Choice. And then the cellular pathophysiology quiz, you'll click into that and simply click Attempt Quiz. There's no time limit on the quiz, so if you get interrupted and you need to pause, there is no issue, no problem with that. Getting back to the top of the course, I just wanted to show you some other aspects of the course that you can use. There's a general guide that is connected to this orientation video that you can review. You can review the course learning objectives. For the pathophysiology paper, you can review information on the types of sources. Generally speaking, you're going to always need to get peer-reviewed scholarly articles published within the last 5 to 7 years. And then if you're using any kind of websites or other resources like professional guidelines, they should be credible, reliable sources. There are, in the chapters in the book, there are practical application questions. And in the course, there are answers to those practical application questions. There's a link to the Purdue Online Writing Lab to complement your American Psychological Association manual. And then this is the group office hours link. So once the group votes, I will send out a message to let you know which evening I will be on the office hours. Office hours are not required. You do not have to attend them. They're optional. But please do consider attending from time to time, even just to check in, to get to know each other better. If you have a question about an assignment or about the material, that's the place we can talk as a group. But of course, I'm always available to meet individually via that link or by phone. The next section I just wanted to quickly show you is the section with links for internet technology as you learn distance education support. So we have a link to distance education website, information technology services, as you learn student support, Office of Access and Equity Disability Resources, the App State Library, and the Nursing Library Guide. And then there's a census access link, which is a tool that's supposed to help with reading materials out loud. So submitting documents into this block here, and then the conversion to an audio document can occur for those of you who like to listen to articles and things like that rather than reading them. I think that is all that I wanted to cover for this orientation video. I will be creating announcements weekly, as I mentioned, and will occasionally also create videos to guide you on specific assignments. So that will be happening very soon. So anyway, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call me or email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, welcome and good luck to you.